I want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC, and we're going to go ahead and look at your pitching video here today, talk to you about a couple different things that I feel like you need to make some adjustments on. First off, as we move you into the balanced position, I would like to note that one, you get to a strong balanced position at the top of your delivery. Okay. The one thing, however, that you need to focus on, and we'll stop the video right here, is this rubber right here, and I'll draw a line from basically what you got is your you get the line on the rubber there, and if you notice as we lift, you lift your foot up, okay, your left leg, your post leg is going to be slightly turned to the closed position, okay, your heel, and it appears to be that your heel is just slightly pointed, okay, towards the, I would probably have to say, towards the left-handed batter's box. So what you want to do, you want to make sure when you drop your foot into that in front of the rubber that you have your heel completely flush with the rubber, okay. And really, that's really going to set up the natural fall of your delivery. And obviously, you want to fall towards home plate and not left to right. As we move on, to the directional part of the delivery. Okay, you do a great job of keeping your weight back. The one thing that I look for with my pitchers is to really like to focus on the hips. Okay, and if guys maintain this slight tilt in the hips as they go towards home plate, it's telling us that. So you're doing an excellent job of that. Now this is where you start to lose your direction a little bit, and as you can see, when you come down, okay, when you come down, you hit the ground. We're focusing in on your right foot now. And what you see is the natural, your line to home plate. Okay, you're stepping in a pretty good position from from where your foot wants to land. However, your foot is completely closed off. Okay, it closes off your whole entire delivery. So what we need to do is we need to go ahead and get that foot toe pointed outwards. Okay, so when you stride, as opposed to being how your foot is here, I'd like to see your foot toe to heel more in this direction towards the bottom of the screen here, your foot. And what that is going to allow you to do, it's really going to allow you to open up, okay, open up your hips, really get through the pitch. So we're going to move forward. We're going to move forward to the release of the baseball. And this right here, what we're about ready to talk about, I want you to focus. You're going to take a look at your arm right here, okay, and your elbow, and really just your whole entire finish through the baseball. You do a great job. I'll back it up. You do a great job releasing the baseball. You're in a strong position. Okay, again, that front foot just needs to be turned toe out so you can get your hips all the way through and rotate through the baseball. Now your finish is good up to about this point, and if you look at your elbow, you stop your arm and pull it back. Okay, and what this is doing, this is essentially the same thing as a speeding car driving down the highway and someone just hitting the brakes, continue to hit the brakes. Eventually what's going to happen is the brakes on that car is going to go out. All right, so what you need to do is have a clean follow through all the way through the baseball, and go ahead and let that arm, take the natural course all the way till the body stops the arm by hitting up against the body. So we're going to kind of go back here. I'll talk about a few things you can do to make some of these changes. So as we lift the leg, you just need to continue to hold on to that same strong balanced position. Just make sure your foot's up against the rubber, your heel is not turned, and even here we stop it. You got a slight distance between your heel and the rubber. Okay, this is once you clean that up, everything is going to want to just stay right in line. Hips are going to go right in line. Shoulders are going to continue to stay in line as they are. Your head is going to want to just stay in line. And you're in a very, very good, strong position right here, Mike. So not a whole lot here to worry about. You're just going to continue to do dry leg balance drills. You can even do some of this stuff with your eyes closed. Okay, as you make your way towards home plate, you do a great job of keeping your hips loaded, weight back, and now we're going to get to the landing position of the delivery and the directional part of the delivery. And one of the best drills you can do is just to draw a line in the dirt with with your feet, and just draw a line that is going to be your directional line off this rubber right here. You can even do it on the flat ground like in the warning track or in the infield when you practice, and you can practice dry mechanics without the baseball of striding and stepping directly on a line. And then also, as much as you need to step in the line, you also need to step with that open front toe, okay, where that toe and that heel are running parallel to your directional line. It allows your backside to come through. So just call it a T-line drill. And as you can see, you do a T-line off that rubber right there, and it's your directional line. You just practice on stepping directly on that line with a front open toe, doing a dry mechanic throw, and then eventually you do it enough, you'll add a baseball to it. Okay, as you rotate through, you rotate to the finish of the baseball and the release of the baseball. You want to stay long. Be aggressive through the baseball. Okay. What you can start with, you can do a drill where you just basically get yourself into I call this position right here the loaded position. Okay, and you're going to just rock yourself back and then forward. So you're going to rock yourself back and then forward and release the baseball and work on throwing the baseball with your lower half. Okay, what that's going to do is you're going to be real aggressive through the ball, get extension, get out there nice and long, give me a nice flat back finish on your follow through. Okay, and work on another great drill you can do to work on this to get that extension and get through the baseball aggressively is a towel drill, where you have essentially you put a towel in your hand, you get a target out in front of you and just work on snapping through the target and get some distance between you and the target, so you really have to reach to get it. Even for you, I'd recommend putting that target on the ground, put your hat on the ground about 2 feet out in front of your foot, and just work on getting down there and hitting that target with the towel. Okay, and lastly, just to again talk about your follow through and that finish on the arm. What you can focus on doing, again, in a dry mechanic phase to start with, is getting that glove right here, getting your throwing arm right here. I put this circle on. You want to slap the right back pocket of your baseball pants after release. That's going to allow your arm to get all the way through the pitch and ultimately prevent injury. As you get older, stronger, and your arm works faster, you want to let that natural deacceleration process happen. You don't want to slam on the brakes of your arm, okay, because eventually that shoulder is going to break down. So Mike, I hope you learned a lot today. I want to thank you for coming to camp. Look forward to seeing you out there again sometime soon.